Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hardline Cup Series, the Midwest Powersource Cup Series. We're here at Darlington for round 16 of this championship, and as the drivers are getting qualifying underway, we're going to try to give you a look at the point standings. Alright, so in first you have Shane Terrazin. In second, Nick Massey. In third, Thomas Bresci the third. Also tied for third is Bronson Stafford, and the other third place driver is Chuck Sweeting. Also trying to count three-way tie for sixth is Joshua L. Adams, Matthew W. Bell, and Robert F. Kenny. So those drivers are going to round out the remaining drivers that are in contention for the championship. And these guys are going to be out competing tonight for the next of 3 rounds. If I can also try to get a hold of the schedule. So right now we're at Darlington. Next week we're going to be at Kentucky. Actually, sorry, I think that's in 2 weeks' time. We will be in Kentucky, followed by Martinsville. So I'm going to be back with my partner Kyle, who is still unfortunately not here tonight. But he will be back for future broadcasts. So let's get this underway. So currently in first is Tyler Hensley the fourth, who had a decent run last week, but nice to see him up top so far. However, a lot of the guys have still yet to put in a time. Looking at practice, the top 3 drivers were separated by 15 thousandths of a second, so this should be a very close race. And you can even see in qualifying too, Matthew Bell is 56 thousandths. Oh, sorry, Shane in the 38 is now 31 thousandths of a second behind. So the times are extremely close here. And honestly, I wouldn't expect it to be so close at a track like Darlington, which is known to be really tough on drivers. And the famous Darlington stripe will hopefully not catch any of these 12 drivers here tonight out. Here we have Thomas Bresci the third, who had a strong showing last week at Pocono, but just came up a little bit short when it came down to fuel strategy. And we're going to look here at our race winner last week. Chuck Sweeting played the strategy absolutely perfectly and eked out with a win. So we'll see if it will come down to fuel mileage here tonight. Not entirely sure of the fuel game, but we'll see if any of these guys are going to be coasting with the clutch here tonight. Alright, the 48 of Nick Massey in first, with 8,000 separating him in second place. Tyler Hensley coming out of turn 4 just a little bit sideways, and while he's coming across the stripe, let's see if we can get an onboard lap with him. Is he going to turn 1? Turns 1 and 2 are the bigger of the 4 turns around the track. You can really almost floor it out if you can get just the right angle. However, turn 3 and 4, very tricky. Personally, one of the hardest corners in NASCAR, in my opinion, to hit if you're not careful when you get back on the throttle. And definitely Darlington's one of those interesting tracks, considering it has 2 completely different ends of the track, which is very uncommon. The closest thing I can think of is Bristol, which, fun fact, is a little bit misshapen. It's not a perfect oval, but nothing close to the way Darlington is shaped. Alright, here we're looking at Jeff J. Wright. He comes across the line, not a better time put down. See, someone jumped up on the board. The 38 coming across the line. No improvement there. So a lot of these guys, I'm guessing, are going to be out on their final runs trying to get a better lap in. 46 just passes the line. He's also starting his final lap. As well as the 48. '95 comes across the line. He's just started his last lap, barely got it started. And the 66 of Joel Holloway coming out of turn 4, and I think he's going to be one of our final takers in qualifying. And no improvement on his lap. So this is going to round out your field. You can see them lined up on the left. The 48 of Nick Massey in first. Second place, only by 8 thousandths of a second, is Tyler Hensley, the fourth. Or sorry, not the fourth, four, because multiple names of his. In third, the 38 of Shane Tyrion. I'm going to say that wrong all night. And as the ticker resets, I just lost the positions of everyone. So we'll reset the grid as soon as these guys get lined up and rolling. Alright, and the Ford 500, FR 500 pace car is going to roll off. And these guys are going to get rolling underway here. So 12 drivers here tonight are going to be rolling around the track. You know, the 48 in first, 46 of Tyler Hensley in second. Then we have the 38 of Shane in third. And I believe that is the... I'm trying to see the number from here. Oh yeah, the 95 of Matthew Bell in fourth. So alright, so pace car is going to roll off. These guys have a long way until they get onto the front stretch from when the pace car dives up, but the 48's going to jump the start here, and we're going to go green. Great start up front, first three cars through a single file, sorry. And everyone's getting sorted out here, getting the runs started. You gotta pace yourself here. You gotta just keep going, turn after turn. Ooh, and the 5 of Jeff Wright got into the wall just a little bit. Shouldn't be enough to hurt him. And the 24 back of Thomas Bresci, the third, already making moves on last week's winner, Chuck Sweeting. He's a driver that we saw have pace last week. We'll see if he can pick it up. Not the best qualifying effort out of him, but he's gonna. Ooh, 95 already into the wall. Matthew Bell hard. That was a pretty hard lick from him. So he's going to get it regrouped. Going to lose that position to Jeff Wright in now fourth place. So, yeah, the wall here is extremely close and will really catch you off guard if you push your limits too far. Up front, you can see the 48 jumping out to a huge lead already over second and third place. These guys right here are the closest on the track. Thomas Bressy already trying to make up some position, see if he can get another one from Matthew Bell. Both these guys had pretty good runs last week. But second place is going to start heating up as a 38 of Terrian. I'm going to stop trying to pronounce that name. I'm going to keep getting it wrong either time. But he's going to try to have a look down the backstretch. Cannot get the move done there. He's going to have to keep on waiting. And it's honestly quite terrifying to be side by side with someone here. There's not a lot of racing room. You can see you can almost barely go too wide as here comes the 38. And he's going to take second place as Hensley backs off. So a lot of give and take going on, and that's what you need. There's 115 laps in this race. Ooh, and 95 Bell still onto the wall and having some internet issues. And Bressy the third is going to take it, and Chuck Sweeting's also going to see if he can have a look as well. I think there's nothing honestly worse than just constantly hitting the wall, especially going on the run. It can really upset your rhythm, man. That's something you really need here, is to just get into that rhythm, get into a flow, and hit your corner mark after mark, and that's the only way you're going to really make up any ground. And going back in the beginning run can really hurt you, as Chuck Sweeting's going to try to have a look, can't seem to get something out of it. He's going to tuck back in line. Here comes Chuck Sweeting on the inside, and he's going to clear the 95 just barely. He tries to look to the outside, but the door gets shut on him, and he's going to secure that position. And up front, the 46 is holding off the 5 of Jeff Wright, and he's come knocking on the door. See, a lot of these faster guys probably didn't get the best qualifying effort, but in their race pace, they're really showing some potential. However, the 48 is not letting up to anything, as he's pulling out a great lead over the 38. But looking at lap times, the 38 is actually closing in a bit on him. So all the positions are not said and done here, as there's a lot more positions to be fought for. Speaking of which, here comes the 5 as he's going to try to attack the 46. Can't get anything done. Let's see them go through the corner here. You can see the 5 is going a little bit lower, almost up on the wall. He's going to have a little bit of a late apex, try to get a run out of the corner, and try to get a run down the straightaway. Oh, 5 into the wall. Everyone seems to be wanting to leave their Darlington stripe early on in the run, so you can really see he's already falling back into the clutches of Thomas Bressy the third. Yeah, it's been a long night for me. You can see in the back there's going to be a fight for position between the 88 of Joshua L. Adams and Bronson Stafford. Unfortunately, Stafford's having a bit of connection issue in the 30s. Ooh, Matthew Bell off. And I think he might have had another contact into the wall. Nice save by him, though. With that, the right side of his machine is pretty damaged. You can see getting a look. Actually, yeah, a few scrapes, but not as bad as I thought. So he's going to continue soldering on. So we try to look further ahead. That 38 is really closed in on Nick in the 48. So these two guys are going to have a scrap for the lead here on lap 12 very early on. And here we go. They're right behind each other, following each other really closely here. And really just a matter of trying to find out where you can just send it into the corner. As it's really hard, as naturally these cars come up straight up to the wall the way these guys turn in. So you really got to time the move right and make sure you don't end up dooring the guy you're next to. So when the 48 goes low to defend his position, here comes the 38 on the outside. They're just going to swap for positions, and the 38 is going to have an easy pass for the lead. Ooh, some guy's really sideways out on the back. They're just saving it though, as you can go back to this little fight for position here. Ooh, 61 into the wall. He's going to save it. Looked like he was going to spin it around, but great save by him. And back up front here, the 5 and the 24 are going to have themselves a fight for position. I want to say these guys are teammates, considering the Hendrick schemes, but I don't know if they are, but they just exchanged like they were. So 5's going to let the 24 Bressie the third by. And these guys are just going to keep trucking along. And the 5 of Jeff Wright and the 26 of Chuck Sweeting, they're also closing up on each other. So Sweden trying to show that he has some pace here. Looking by at lap times, actually Wright was the fastest car, one of the fastest cars by that time by. So you can see a lot of the drivers, some of them struggling. As you can see, the 46 just gets a bit into the wall. Some of these drivers struggling earlier on, just trying to keep a gap from the wall, does not get into it. And other guys, not a single scratch in their car so far. So you can definitely see how some of these guys who are more consistent are gaining positions over guys that are driving more aggressively and getting themselves into trouble. Ooh, 46 hard into the wall. He's going to dive down below to save it, and he's going to lose 3 positions, dropping from 3rd all the way back to 6th. And he might lose more, as here comes 95. Matthew Bell has also had a few troubles with the wall. He's going to try to catch up on him. That's right, on board with Chuck Sweeting, seeing his line and how he tries to drive with the 5 in front of him. Oh, 5 gets into the wall. He does a great job of saving it. Going to dive down low. As you can see, Chuck Sweeting had a much lower exit out of the corner, so he was able to avoid the wall. The 5 was a little bit too high, and that's where he found the car just coming up to the wall, like I was saying earlier. So he's going to pay the price and lose a position and drop back down to 5th place. Ooh, tags the wall again, spins towards the bottom. He's still a little bit sideways, he saves it. Great driving by these guys. These guys are wheeling it all over the place. And here comes the 46 of Tyler Hensley. He's coming up behind him. And he's going to see if he can do anything about this position. Ooh, 5 is not having a good lap at all. 2 times he's been into the wall or spinning almost sideways. So he's going to have to regroup and attack again. And here back in the field, you got Joshua Adams and Joel Holloway. Or sorry, not Joel Holloway. That is Bronson Stafford up ahead. These guys have been fighting for position all night. Although I'm not sure if that's from the damage from like lagging out from iRacing. Oh, okay, there goes his car. Refreshes. I was gonna wonder how he's still running anywhere close to the front with all that damage on, but just seems to be a glitch in iRacing. As you can see, the 5 and the 46 catching back up on each other. See, Wright seems to be the faster car yards out. However, it's if he can stay off the wall, which is going to be key for him. And these guys, I gotta say though, are doing a great job. We're 23 laps in, not a single caution, few scraps at the wall, nothing too serious. As you can see, ooh, 95 of Bell gets into the wall almost on cue. And he's gonna save it and lose even more positions. I got a feel for him. This is probably one of the most frustrating things as a driver. just constantly losing position, knowing you have a good car, but just constantly losing some position. So he's going to really need a caution to help himself out at this point. Just to get some fresh tires, just to, ooh, another scrap of the wall, and just kind of resort everything out and charge back up to the front. But unfortunate night so far for Matthew Bell. Looking right here, battle for 5th place between 46 of Tyler Hensley and 5 of Jeff Wright. Yeah, Wright's been having trouble trying to get around the 46. I felt like he's had the car to do it, just can't seem to find a way around. Like I said, not a lot of room on this track to really make a move. You gotta make a move, you gotta be committed and careful. Does he look like, yeah, 40, the Henson just beating right out of the straightaways, coming out of the corner, and Wright's just able to get in just a little bit better, although he does hit the wall there. And these guys are going to keep on going along, but up front here we have the 48 and the 24 going to have a fight for 2nd place. Bresci the 3rd, fast last week, he's showing he's fast this week, chasing down these guys. If I can get the graphic up on the screen, he started about midfield, so, you know, great job by him being able to come up. There we go. Because, yeah, 46, he started in 6th, and he's already up, sorry, 24 is already started in 6th, and he's up to 3rd, battling for 2nd. So, great job by him tonight. He's going to, almost get into the quarter panel of the 48 as he dives in, looking in turn 1. He's not going to be able to make the move, so he's going to have to wait about another lap, but with his pace, he should be able to make a good move here. And here comes Chuck Sweeting, also looking like he wants to have a go at these guys, as fast as of these two. Oh, in the background, the 5 got really loose coming out of the corner, and he's going to lose 1, 2, 3 positions, and he's going to fall back to 8th place. Some of these guys are having really unfortunate nights, but here comes the 24 with a massive charge. And he's going to just look down the front stretch and decide better of it. So he really just got to bide his time. However, if any more time that he bides with this, the 38's going to get an even bigger lead. Now 3 seconds to the leader. Oh, 24, wow! Wow, that was amazing. I don't think he meant to make a pass there, but he's going to try. As he's on the quarter panel, now the door of the 48. Again, the 48's going to try to pinch him down low and make him not get that position. He's going to clear him going into the turn, but great job by Bresci turning a mistake into a passing opportunity. That was incredible. That car was extremely sideways. And alright, it seems we're going to have our competition caution, I believe. I can't see anyone that has crashed out. The 10's a little bit slow. But I'm going to assume that is our competition caution. Sorry, not competition caution, our stage caution. So now everyone's going to get sorted out here. But a great early run on. But yeah, Thomas Bresci couldn't make the move on the 48, so he's going to have to settle for 3rd. And that seems like it's going to be it for now. So great early run on these guys, completely clean. No I shouldn't say no mistakes, but no incidents between drivers. But honestly, can't blame these guys. It's a hard track to drive on. So I can imagine we're going to see all these guys come down pit road, get some tires, maybe fix a fender or two from all the damage into the wall. Alright, pit road's open. You can see everyone comes down. You're kind of a fool if you don't. come down into their pit stalls. We're going to see if anyone's going to maybe pull a strategy call, maybe take 2 tires. I would imagine not. If I were them, I would want four Goodyears on there. Alright, here they come out of pit road. 48, 24, and 26. Some pretty fast stops here, and I can see a lot of guys still waiting. Probably for some damage, actually, I would imagine. So that's going to change up the roaring order a lot. So your leader, the 38 of Shane Tyranny. I'm going to stop. This is the last time I'm going to try to pronounce that name. The 38 is going to try to fix his damage. So he's going to drop from 1st all the way back to 7th. Okay, I was going to say the 10 of Robert F. Kenny stayed out. It seems he's going to come back in this time by. So that's going to cycle out the 48 to the lead, followed by the 24, Tom Spressy the 3rd in 2nd. And then Chuck Sweeting in 3rd. So a lot of these guys you saw have some pace up front. They're going to get some nice track position. And Joshua L. Adams and Bronson Stafford, who guys are in the midfield, they're going to jump a lot of positions. So they're going to be caught up here. And we're going to have some fast guys like the 38 and the 46. These guys are going to be caught in midfield. So we're going to see a lot of guys trying to exchange for positions. And a lot of guys also have to catch up to the pace car because we're going green this time by. So very short caution, and we're going to get rolling right away. Well, I would honestly I was going to say now, if I was to place any bets on a driver, I would probably pick the driver in the 24, and that's not because I was a Jeff Gordon fan. But if he's shown that he has some pace, just not the track position yet. However, he's starting on the outside row and looking like a strong car for tonight. So these guys are going to come into turn 4, out of turn 3, and we're going to get rolling right here. And green flag is in the air. The 48 gets a great start over 2nd. The 24 is not going to be able to hold that line on the outside. We were too wide back here in the midfield. And the 8 is going to come roaring on the outside. The 24 blocks any movement from him. If he's going to try to look low, he's got a single file right now, but this is probably not going to last for long. Everyone so far has a clean start. Here comes the 88, Joshua Adams. He's come out of nowhere, and he's going to be fighting for 2nd with Thomas Bressy the 3rd. Can't get the move done, but here comes Chuck Sweeting. Seems like he's going to have a strong run coming out of turn 2. Can't seem to do anything with it. Here's Jeff Wright looking for a position over the 38. He's going to try to floor it on the outside, gets the move done, and he will move up to, that is 6th position. Actually, seems like the 38's dropping back a bit. I wonder if he has a problem of some sort. He's letting a lot of cars by, so trouble for the 38. I'm not sure if it's a penalty of some kind, or if he just decided to drop back a little bit. But he's dropped back all the way from 9th, starting in, I believe that was 6th or 7th on that restart. So unfortunate break for him. Alright, meanwhile up front we're nose to tail with the 24, the 88, and the 26. These are all really strong cars right here. So Bressy, I'm guessing he was too caught up with the 88 to try to stay with the 48 of Nick. But right now he's going to have to try to chase him down. The 48 already has a 1.5 second lead. Ooh, but behind, here we go, Jeff Wright trying to make a move on the 61 of Stafford. He's going to look to the inside. Can't get the move done, so he's going to have to settle down for 6th place for now. Yeah, these guys are still nose to tail up here. Ooh, back there at 38. I'm not sure if he just got loose out of the corner. Thought he was going to try to make a pass. But it's just going to settle down here. Here comes the 88 looking again, yet again for another position. Can't find any place to do it at the moment. Chuck Sweeney, I would say he's just been running really close to the wall. If he gets any closer, he's going to start getting some damage on the right side of that car. Let's actually go on board with him for a little bit. You can see he just gets straight up to the wall, no fear at all. He's actually riding high out of the turn compared to these guys up ahead, and he's going to look on the inside of the 88, not close enough to get the move done here. But if he keeps running this pace and try to look at the lap times, yeah, just a little bit faster than the 88 ahead of him last time by. He's got a really good line that he's working with, so if he could just find a way to get his nose on the inside or outside of the 88 ahead of him, he'll be able to make the move. You can see back here Matthew Bell, who got the break he needed with the stage caution. He's stuck back in 10th place. Showed that he had some pace early on. He was running pretty well. Oh, gets into the wall again. He had some good pace earlier on, but just kept getting to the wall as we saw him do right there. So, bad night going to worse for him as every lap ticks by. So, unfortunate break for him. Yeah, no, very quiet so far. Not a lot of these guys making any audacious passes. So far, everyone's kind of settling in. And these top three, I still can't believe, have not made any moves with each other. They're so close behind each other, but they just can't find room to make a pass. Because the 38 looking on the inside of Hensley, and the 46 does not decide to make a move. You can see Chuck Sweeting so close to the 88, but not close enough to make a move happen. So you can really see that passing is a bit of an issue here tonight, as usually it is. You're going to have to probably move someone out of your way to make a pass, it seems. So, but really close, really good racing up here tonight. Board with the 88 of Joshua Adams. Started in 9th, he's all the way up to 3rd and showing he belongs here. He's having a great run so far. He's been able to hold off Chuck Sweeting amazingly. As Chuck Sweeting's just been constantly on him. He has not given in to any pressure and is just going to continue maintaining his position. So, great job by the 88 tonight. And here's a 38 looking to the inside of the 46, and whoa, the 95 gets really loose out of the corner, saves it yet again, but here we go, back here, and the 38 does get around the 46 as you got to cut away from a near terrible accident in the back. So the 38 starting to find his footing a bit and work his way back up to the field. I'm not sure entirely what happened earlier, where he dropped back, but he's picking up his pace now. He's going to potentially get a few positions out of this. You can see back here the 95 and the 66 having a fight for position. And the 95 is going to take 9th place. See here the 5 of Jeff Wright's had some trouble tonight, but has been able to maintain a good position in the midfield. He's running 6th right now, trying to attack the 61 of Stafford for 5th. He's been trying for a few laps now, just hasn't been able to make a move, and get it done. So he's just been getting there, and again, just having trouble making the pass work. As you can see, you have a fight for position up here between Chuck Sweeting and the 88. 88's going to let him go. And Sweeting's going to move up to third. However, Joshua Adams is going to try to get a run. I don't think he's going to just let that happen. But no run out of that. And the 26 is going to maintain that position. While all this stuff has been going on, you haven't missed anything from your leader in the 48. And we can just cut back to the 24. That's the gap of 2.9 seconds to from first to second. So Nick in the 40 is just putting on a great showing of dominance right now, and he's gonna see if we're gonna see if he can keep it up on this run. We haven't gone through a full run on tires yet, so we'll see how these guys are gonna be able to manage that tonight, because that's gonna be a huge thing. You don't want your tires to wear out too fast. So we're not sure Bressie is saving his tires or anything, but you know, it'll show later on. There's the 38 trying to pass the 61, as Jeff Wright was able to make the pass. Might have missed that at some point. And he's got the 46 behind him, so we got a three-way fight for 6th place right here. He's got a massive run down the straightaway, trying to look to see if he can make a move, but every door of opportunity is shut. So he's going to have to just keep waiting behind him, as he's got a flashing car in front of him, which is also never a nice thing to have in front of you on iRacing. It's extremely terrifying, as I could say from experience. 61 got into the wall a bit. He's going to jump down low and let the 30... Oh, the 38 is extremely sideways, and he saves it! Question mark, he saves it. Whew! That was an incredible job. That calls for a replay. That was amazing. Alright, so you can see he just gets loose out of the corner and just completely sideways. That was a professional save, I gotta say. Any lesser driver probably would have just spun it out, but he kept it going. He's going to lose some position, but that car doesn't have a single scratch on it, but the tires are a little bit burnt. But, you know, other than that, great job. And you can see after cutting back, he's already gotten around, I think the 61. Stafford had a bit of a problem, so he's gone around him for 7th place. Now he has to chase down Hensley, and Hensley, oh, he goes around again, the 38, and doesn't entirely save it. That's going to bring out a caution. So he was able to save it once, but not twice. But you know, as far as the save but not damaging the car, he's done a great job. So while these guys get bunched up, let's see if we can take a look at what happened. Alright, so you can see these guys going to turn 1, and I think it's kind of just similar to what happened earlier. Just, you know, the car just got loose in the middle of the corner. Yeah, just, he seemed he clipped a bit of the apron and just upset the car, got it loose, almost saved it, but had to lock it down, otherwise he's going to head straight into the wall. So, great job of saving the car, but it brought out the caution. So, we're going to head back to the guys that they're going to come down pit road. So we're going to see any more strategy at play. I'm not sure a lot of these guys are going to try to fix their cars. Not too many guys gone to the wall this time around. Let's head down to pit lane so we can see who's going to head out of pit road first. Alright, I see some cars coming in the background. 48, they dropped the jack. 48, 24, 26, 88. So they pretty much the same order we saw last time out coming by. So no swaps for position there. Alright, and since these guys are under caution, I'm going to step away from the mic just for a little bit, just to get some water from my throat. My throat has been a little bit sore lately, so I'll be right back before the restart gets here, so don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm back, and we're just here back for the restart. The 48 is going to take the outside lane here. 24 of Thomas Bresty in second on the inside line, as these guys are going to get ready for this restart. Pace car is in as they come around out of turn 4, and we're going to have, if I can do some quick math here, we're going to have 55 laps to go. Green flag's in the air. The 24 spins his tires a bit. He's going to lose quite a bit of position. Here comes the 88. He's going to move up to second place after restarting in 4th. So he's going to be the great beneficiary out of that. And he's going to put a huge charge on the 48. He's going to try to get first, but can't quite get it done. But here comes Jeff right in the back, looking to the inside of the 95 of Bell. And he's not going to get the move done here. Everyone's single file so far, but I can't imagine it's going to stay like that for long. And everyone's side, you can see everyone kind of sideways out of turn 2, as they're all pushing really hard right now. Gonna ride on board with the 24 here. Oh wow, almost got into the wall, just keeps it off there. You can see the guys are running really aggressive lines. He's gonna dive it in turn 3. Nothing's gonna come of it. You can almost hear the tires squealing with the amount these guys are pushing these cars. Oh, and here comes the 24. He's going to look low. Seemed to be a little bit loose, though, when he was making that move. But he's going to make it anyway. He's going to dive below the white lines, which is typically what you don't see. And he's going to end up having to give up that position. But here comes the 38, who, from that caution, really was able to get some track position back that he needed. And it seems like he's going to try to take advantage of it here, as he's in 4th place, looking on 3rd. Here comes the 24 with another look, but it's going to slide back in line. Think better of it. Oh, and here he goes, a little bit loose to make that move, but he's going to try to look again if he can just dive it in there, as he does right now. He's going to try to maintain it going through the corner. And again, it seems the outside line of 3-4 is going to prevail, and he's going to be under attack from the 38 behind him. And that's going to fade for now. Yeah, 24 kind of struggling to make up some position here around the 88. Just can't seem to get the move done. It just seems the outside line out of 3 and 4 is just too dominant to really make a pass. So he's going to have to come up with another game plan to try to make the move done. And we can see back here the 95 and the 46 having a fight for position here. Bell's having a little bit of connection issue, but no matter, the 46 tries to look to the inside, cannot get it done. 95 is going to cut him off right there. Ooh, Bell gets a little bit loose, saves it coming out of the corner. He's going to keep on moving along. Oh, and here we go. These three guys have, I would say, almost found each other again, minus Chuck Sweeting, who's actually fallen a bit back in 5th place. He's mired himself back, hasn't been able to keep up with these guys up front. But the 38 really sticking with these guys, and the 24's got a huge run. He's going to give a bit of a bump to the 88 down the backstretch. And I think he's learned that the inside line is just not going to work for him. He's going to try to find his way on the outside line. But while he's held up by the 88, the 38's going to get a huge run on these two guys. And they're right on each other's tails. We're just over halfway through this race, and everything's going to start heating up. Meanwhile, the 48 up front, you can see he's enjoying his lead yet again. He's been able to really show some dominance and just stretch out a huge lead to these guys while these guys are stuck battling for position. So he's going to have a pretty boring night, but pretty good night as far as points go. You can see we're talking about Chuck Sweeting kind of falling back, but he's caught up to these guys. And even Jeff Wright in the 5, he's found his way back up. He started further up early on the race, fell back after some contact with the wall. So this top 6 are pretty much nose to tail right now from 3rd on back. So we can get a nice onboard from the 5 car. Ooh, we can see a driver getting loose up ahead. That's the 88, or sorry, 38. And he's going to save it and keep moving along. These guys are everywhere trying to find a way to make a pass done. And Chuck Sweeting's going to actually lose a position to the 5 after that time by. And here comes the 38 looking to the inside of the 24. Bressy's going to cut the door on him, and here comes Wright in the 5 behind him. He's able to pull the gap away though for now, so he seems to be safe. Oh, these guys are trying to really cut each other off. And you can do that a few times, but you know, as you have to think of the other driver getting a little bit impatient with you. See, everyone's sideways out of the corner. Oh, 5's in the wall. He's sideways. He's going to save it. But here comes Chuck Sweeting behind him. He's got a massive run on him. Don't think it's enough to make a move, but Chuck Sweeting's found his way back up to 5th place. Some great racing going on here. And here comes the 38 yet again, looking on Bressy. Bressy seems he's going to hold the middle of the track. He's going to take the high line and make the 38 back off for now. The 30 is going to take a late apex into the turn. He's going to have a nice run down the backstretch, but not enough to catch up. And it seems this is going to be settled for now. But meanwhile, back here, you can see the 95 almost get into the 46 there. And Hensey's going to maintain the position. Bell's a little bit loose. Ooh, a little bit of a wiggle. And Robert F. Kenny's going to take that position of 8th place. Bell's going to fall back to 9th. So Bell's still struggling here. And I'm sure at this point he just wants this week to be done with and head on to the next track on the schedule, because he's having a horrible night here. And here comes the 66 as the 95 gets into the wall again. And Bell seems to maintain the position for now. Oh, we got a car way down below. That's the 66, so he's gonna save it and keep moving along. And while we were looking at that, we missed the pass between the 5 and the 38. There's too much stuff to keep track of here. Guys are sliding, spinning out all over the place. Some great action here as we're coming to the closing laps of this race. I gotta say though, really if I had to shout out to any driver, Joshua Adams has really shown some great pace here. Oh, we have the 5 kind of slow on the bottom. He seems to have got into the wall yet again. He's going to lose 1, maybe 2 positions here to the 38 and 26 of Chuck Sweeting. The wall has definitely been his enemy tonight, and he's going to have to make up those 2 positions, which he did a fantastic job of gaining. And he's going to have to find a way around them yet again. We still have 35 laps. Ooh, gets to the wall again, and that's really going to hurt some momentum. The 24 seems to be a little bit loose coming out of turn 4. And he's going to keep going along behind the 88, but like I was talking about, the 88 is having a great run tonight. If I remember correctly, he started in 9th. 24 really sideways out of the turn. Started in 9th. He's all the way up to 2nd place. If he has anything for the leader, it's going to be hard to show. As 48 of Nick has just gone up to a huge lead every single run. So he's going to be the car to beat tonight. It seems that pit stops are going to be underway. So Chuck Sweeting dive down below. So it seems like these guys are going to make their pit stops right here on lap 81. Chuck Sweeting is going to be the first of these takers, so he's going to try to pull the undercut. And now it's just a matter of when the rest of the field decides to come in. And you don't want to stay out there for too long, as the guys with fresher tires are going to have put some better lap times down. And going to be able to pass you, so it's really just a matter of when to really do it to maximize the tire life. You can see these 3 guys have been so close to each other, and really incredible how close they've been able to race each other and not get into each other. And 24, Bressy, almost every time I've looked at him coming out of that corner, he's been sawing at the wheel. He's going to look to the inside of the 48, not going to be able to get it done. And here comes the 38. He's going to be sideways looking to the inside of Bressy. He's going to fall back in line, and they're going to keep on going along. Jeff Wright in the 5 has also come down pit road. And the 61 has also been taking his trip down pit road. Oh, but he's going to be sideways into the wall, and if he doesn't get going, that will bring out a caution. He's going to exit on the track there, so no caution is going to come out. We're going to stay green here. So Chuck Sweeting's, I would imagine, going to lead guys on fresh tires down. We're going to see where the 5 jumps out. As we cut back to the battle for 2nd place that's been going for nearly every lap of this race, honestly. And oh, 24 is going to slide down. He's going to block the 38 a little bit. 38 is going to keep it going straight. Yeah, that was a little bit more exciting than I think both of these guys wanted. The 24 is going to say, I want some fresh tires right about now, and he's going to head down pit road. And that could have ended up disastrous, but great job by both of them making that work. I think 38 is going to need a new set of driver overalls after that. So Adams is going. I think Adams is going to come down pit road. He's going to let the 38 by. And no, he's just going to let him by. All right, that's just a nice guy move. So these guys are going to keep on going along. So the 95 of Matthew Bell is going to be in pit road, as well as Thomas Bressy the 3rd. So when these guys come out, it's anyone's guess at this point in time. So these guys are going to continue trucking along here. And here's Chuck Sweeting in the 26. Jeff Wright in the 5. Then Thomas Bressy further back in 7th. So you can kind of see where these guys came out. Sweeting, the first of these guys to pit, followed by Wright right behind him. So now it's going to be a guessing game. I wonder if the guys up front are going to try to stay out and maybe stretch the fuel run. Again, I'm not entirely sure how many laps these guys are going to be able to stretch it, but if you're we might be seeing a repeat of last week. And just seeing how a caution that comes out at the right time can really make a fuel strategy race out of nothing. Oh! That's some... And he flies to get into the wall really hard there. Created a bit of contact. So 48 is going to continue going out. 38 and the 88 are going to also keep on trucking along. And Hensley's going to also come down pit road now. So Sweeting's going to cycle out to what should be effectively 4th place at the moment. And the top 3 drivers are yet to pit. And honestly, if they stayed out this long, I can imagine that they're going to keep on going like that. As it's kind of late to pit now with 25 laps to go. See, 95 is really having some internet issues up ahead. So, it's going to be another fuel mileage race, it seems. Unless these guys really do want to pit very late for tires, although I think that would be a foolish move, in my opinion. But it really just comes down to about how much fuel you have in the tank. And here comes the 38, as I was talking about being a full pitting late. So he's going to come down pit road. And he's stretched those tires out 32 laps compared to these other drivers. So he will have fresher tires out in the end, but a lot of these guys who pitted in earlier are going to overtake him. So here's Chuck Sweeting, and for comparison, he is a lap down. Here is the 88. So effectively, Chuck Sweeting is a lap behind the 88 of Joshua Adams. So to reset it, pretty much the top 2 are the only 2 guys staying out at the moment. And everyone else has come down pit road to make their final stops. So here, Chuck Sweeting and Jeff Wright are going to have a fight for position. Wright on fresher tires by only 2 laps, but he's able to catch up to Sweeting. So these guys are going to fight out for 3rd place at the moment. And Sweeting's going to let him by. Ooh, these guys are coming out really fast on the 88. You can just see the difference from fresher to older tires. The 88 still on older tires, but a lap ahead of these 2 guys. So every lap he stays out further is just kind of prolonging, or just really making sure of how much further back he's going to be. So as we come down to 20 laps to go here at Darlington. Ooh, 88 into the wall a little bit, and again, that's another thing with older tires is really they're going to lose their grip, and really, as we saw, guys getting looser on even fresh tires, just get that effect just gets exponentially increased as the run goes on. You can see him just hitting the wall. The tires get tight, they get loose, the car gets loose, and it's just really hard to drive later on. So as you can see, he's already dropping and losing significant time to the top 3 guys who had made their pit stops. That would be the 5 Jeff Wright, and actually the 48 has come down pit road to make his stop. So it's a little bit of a late pit stop in my opinion, and he's probably going to lose some position to Sweeting, Wright, and Bressie. So it's going to be a matter of if he can get back out there and put some really fast lap times at 20 laps to go to try to catch up and overtake these guys. And Wright and Sweeting just passed by. So here is now the effective leader. Joshua Adams is going to continue going on the track. And for how long, it's honestly anyone's guess. He's going to try to make it work as he gets into the wall yet again. So he's really struggling on these older tires. And you can see here our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place drivers here, all about a second away from each other. Yeah, Sweeting seems to be the slowest between this group of three, with the Wright and Bressy running almost identical lap times last time by. This time by, however, yep, pretty much identical lap times. Wright and Bressy's times are only off by 0.005 of a second to each other. Meanwhile, Sweeting's 0.3 slower than both of these guys combined. So I think those fresher tires are helping out a little bit, but also just their driving seems to be a little bit faster than the lines that Sweeting is taking at the moment. You can also see that gap from first to second just dropping ever so slowly. The delta between these two times last time by was about a second and 1.3 seconds last time by. So that's how fast these guys are going to catch them. So honestly, doing some math real quick, Adams, if he keeps going at this pace, could be able to go to the end. Again, I don't know if he has enough fuel to make it to the end and will have to save. That's a whole nother story. As you can see, Sweeting just letting the 24 Bressy by, knowing that he is faster. So that you guys can continue going on as Bressy got into the wall a little bit sideways, but keeps on going. I'm not entirely sure if he can catch the 5 of Jeff Wright, but Wright's going to be sitting in a great spot if Adams decides to pit later on. See the 48 of Nick going around. He's fallen back to 6th place after pitting so late in the run. And 88's really struggling right now. I can't imagine how awful these tires might be to drive on. And they have the gap now has dropped down to 19.4 seconds. And 19 seconds now. So you can see it's just dropping really fast. And I just can't imagine these tires really being effective. So I don't think Adams is going to have enough tires left to win this race, but he might have enough tires to finish up ahead if he continues to stay out. So right now, Wright's pretty much only thing on his mind right now is just pushing as hard as he can to try to get a win here. And he knows he has the tires to do it, and he knows the 88's struggling with his tires at the moment, so right now he's just got to set some clean, fast laps down. And he should be able to come out on top. However, it seems the 24, Bressy the third, has picked up the pace 3 seconds faster, sorry, 0.3 of a second faster than Wright that last time by. So Bressy might have a final word left in this battle yet to say in these closing laps. So honestly, this is anyone's game really at this point, between the 88, the 5, and the 24, all for completely different reasons. Alright, Adams just seems like his last time by, it's about a second lap difference on pace, and it's just enough to be ahead of the second on back and all these guys on fresh tires. So it's really gonna come down to the line in these closing laps, and I can imagine that Adams right now is staying out for sure, as we're gonna come down to pretty much 10 laps to go. Right, really hard into the wall, and it's not really what he needs at the moment here, as Bressy's charging hard right behind him. So Wright is really gotta get some clean laps in, pick up the pace, and just keep on going as he gets to the wall yet again. And here comes Bressy right behind. We're gonna tickle onboard right with him. You can see that Chevy SS get ever so closer in the mirror. Oh, and here he comes. Bressy's gonna look on the outside, and Wright's just gonna let him by. So Bressie now is actually in the lead. The 88, while we're looking at that battle, the 88 has come down pit road. So this is for all the marbles right here. So Bressie effectively made the pass for the lead. And you can see right behind the 48's also on a mad charge up the front. He's up to 4th. I honestly thought he was completely out of this, but you know, with 9 laps to go, if he can keep a pace going, he was almost 0.8 of a second faster than the leader last time by. So I'm amazed. If he can pull this off, I'll be impressed beyond belief. So here comes up on the 38th, who he should be able to pass with the pace he's going at right now, but the leaders are just, I think, a little bit too far out of reach at the moment, as a 5 is really sideways coming out of the corner with 8 laps to go. This is all coming to a head right now. All these different strategies that have been played, all the cards have been played, everything's been made. So right now it's what you got as they come down to the line. 7 laps to go. Here comes the 40. He's got 2 cars passing ahead of him. Here comes the 38 of Shane to the inside of the 5. The 5's going to let him by. Here comes the 48. I wonder if the 5's going to give him the same treatment and just let him mosey on through. Oh, wow! The 5 gets sideways in front of the 48 and almost wrecked him. So this is going to be really close. These guys are fighting for everything right now. 48's going to look to the inside, 5's going to let off just a little bit, and 48's going to squeeze on through. 1.2 seconds to the lead right now, and this is all heating up. Alright, here we're looking. So Bressie's on 25 lap old tires right now. The 38's on 20 lap year old tires, and the Nick is on 15 lap year old tires right now. So the 5 lap difference in tires you're seeing right now, they're all catching each other at different rates. But if they have enough at the end, it's going to be really going to be seen right here. And I'm just amazed that these guys have been able to catch up. I thought they were completely out of the race, but they've proved me completely wrong here in these closing laps. I can't imagine Bressie's going to let these guys by easy as anyone can with 4 laps to go. 38's going to have to be really creative getting around Bressie. Bressie's been shown that he's not been shy to blocking like that, and here he comes. He makes the move to the inside. 38's going to have the preferred line. We've seen drivers like the outside line here, and he's going to charge hard, and the 48 might be able to just squeeze through here. 3 laps to go, and Bressie's going to fall to 3rd place. 38 of Shane is in the lead, followed by Nick in the 48. And these 2 guys are going to have the last say in here. On to the backstretch to go. No mistakes now. If you make a mistake, you're out of the win for this race. And that's pretty much all Bressie can hope for behind these 2. Here we come down to the 2 laps to go, and the 48s has really just got to wait for an opportunity here. To arise. He's right on the back of the 38, and that's all he has to do. You only have to win by a nose, really. So he's going to try to just save a little bit for that last mad dash to the finish. And here he goes as he decides to look, though. He's going to continue waiting here. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I would imagine the crowd would be on their feet right now if they were real. White flags in the air at Darlington. 48's going to look to the inside. A 38's giving him all the room in the world. He's going to come down close, cut the nose off of him. 48's only got 2 more turns to go to try to make something happen here. Is he going to try to dive in? No, he's not. He's going to look to the outside. 38's going to go high. 48 goes low. They both go low. To the bottom. 48's going to try to sneak by. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Oh, the 30. Oh, wow, these guys got into contact. 38's going to take the win, and the 48's going to be spinning across the line. And his teammate, the 5 gets into him. And wow, that was an entertaining finish. Right there, I didn't catch my breath. Wow, that was an incredible finish here. The 38 is going to take home the win here. And a congratulatory tap there from the 24, and we're going to try to catch a replay of that insane finish here. Alright, Darlington. Alright, so here these guys come on, coming into turn 3. As you see, they're both trying to, 48's just trying to find a way by the 38. And yeah, 48 just got a little bit loose, got into the 38, knocked him loose, and that pretty much sealed the deal right there. So fantastic racing with the stuff from these guys. Everyone was giving it their all. Some great racing to the end there. Alright, and you see the 38's doing his victory burnouts, and while he does that, we're going to take a break. I'm going to gather up some drivers for some interviews, and we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, and we're with your race winner, Shane Terrian, as you just told me how to pronounce his name in the 38, coming on with that win. That was a great job, great finish, but you just, I want to just hear what was going through your mind in those closing laps.
Just to get by that 24 there, because my teammate was pressure tires, so I knew if I didn't get past the 24 in time that 48 was going to get to me. So you raced me clean for the most part, but yeah, I was definitely just more worried about getting past 24 so I could hold off the 48.
Yeah, and it seemed right there with that, the top 3 of you guys are all on different tire strategies. You all each had about 5 laps different tires, and it really showed. So just explain like how much tires really mattered here tonight.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, just explain to me how much tires matter tonight, because all 3 of you guys were on completely different tire strategies. So just explain why how you were able to pit so late and just get all you can out of the tires.
Yeah, I originally was gonna do what 24 did, was pit around 80 something, but I noticed after that first stage, the tires between laps 25 and 30, they were just awful. So I wanted to time it to where my run was 25 laps. So I did that, pit on lap 90, and sure as hell, the 24, the 25 laps hit on his tires, I was catching him really fast, and it worked out basically how I expected it to with the tire wear. But yeah, the tires were definitely key after 25 laps. So if you wanted to run 25 or more laps, you were gonna have your hands full.
All right, and that was your race winner, Shane Terrian in the 38. So great job, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with your third place finisher, Thomas Bressy the third. Unfortunately, got caught out again on when it came down to strategy. But man, you honestly, I thought you were gonna win that race at some point. I had no idea where the 48 and 38 came from. I thought you were on the best strategy. So just tell us your strategy and how you decided on your strategy tonight.
Yeah, I thought maybe for a little bit I maybe had a chance. I was watching the 38 pretty closely on the relative. I had no idea the 48 was with him though at all. But when the 38 got to my outside, I was like, oh, there's another car here. That's cool. So I mean, I thought at least a better car than Nick did on the long runs earlier in the race. So I thought maybe I could reel him in as the run went on, but those last couple runs, Josh had gotten in front of me on restarts, and I think he got in front of me on pit road or something as well. I don't remember exactly how, but I was really struggling to get by him and burnt my tires off. So I thought it might be a good idea to get off the old tires that I had destroyed and try to short pit and get at least by the 88, and then maybe get some clear track and maybe things would work out, and they almost did, but it is what it is. I personally never run well at Darlington. I mean, I think the last 3 or 4 league races in a row that I've been here, I've wrecked out, and I got into practice late, and I was like 6/10 off the pace when I started, so I found something kind of in qualifying and just kind of got into a rhythm as the race started. So I got decent stage points, got a top 3, so it's nothing to be too disappointed about to start the second round of the chase.
All right, and that was your third place finisher, Thomas Bressy the third. So I got to say, great run for you tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.
All right, and that's all she wrote for tonight. That was an amazing finish. I never thought it would get to be that close down to the wire between all those guys. Everything came to a head on those final laps, and that was one of the most entertaining races I have ever not even commentated but just watched. So, great job by these guys tonight, and we will see them next week at Kentucky. I'm not sure if that is. I have to work this out with the admin, but I'm not sure if it's next week or 2 weeks from now. But next week, next race weekend, we're going to be at Kentucky. So for now, Sim TV signing out. Hope you have a good day.